welcome back to my channel, the channel Liz Eclectic. I'm your girl Liz, and today we are going to be getting into something by request. So I've been asking you guys to kind of let me know what you want to see, let me know what products you want reviewed, and I got overwhelming response from you guys. I appreciate it so much. So what I'm going to be getting into today is a beginner's guide on contouring and highlighting, and where to contour and highlight based on your bone structure, just by kind of feeling the face, figuring out where to apply which colors. We're going to go through the whole shebang today. You are going to need a lighter colored under eye concealer, liquid foundation, contour shade, cream and powder, a highlight shade, cream and powder, and then a translucent setting powder to go over top of all of it. And then we are going to get into contouring and highlighting for beginners. You can always add more if you need a deeper contour, or go in with a lighter hand if you want a light contour, kind of like what I did in this video following for the daytime contour. So stick with me, and here we go. So now what we're gonna do is we have a completely clean face, moisturized with your favorite moisturizing products. And the first thing that you wanna do is you wanna find a primer. Now, any primer usually works. A primer just basically acts as something that fills in pores and fine lines, and then gives your foundation a base to kind of lock onto the skin instead of sitting on top. I'm going to be using today the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm just gonna do 3 squirts, and we're just gonna rub this all over. Feels so good. And it smells good too. You can see it gives the skin a little bit of a sheen. You can tell how red my face is. I exfoliated today. The struggle is real. You guys know what I'm talking about. The next thing that you want to do is foundation. I'm going to be going in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And just for your reference, I am color 5.5. And we want to go in and apply that with a beauty blender. But here's the trick, guys, and a lot of people do not know this. These beauty blenders are not designed to be used dry. You actually have to wet them and then wring the water out of them. So you see the size here, right? Okay, I am gonna go wet this, wring it out so that it's a little bit damp, and then we'll get ready to apply the foundation. Now that you guys have that damp kind of beauty blender, look at the difference in size. Now this is what you want. This literally gives it that bounce. The next thing to do is add some pumps of foundation. 4 is probably too much. I got excited. Note to self, 4 is probably too much. Probably 2 pumps to start, but this is gonna be okay. We're just gonna make it work. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bounce this in here, and you're just gonna dot it around the face. So bounce it and apply. Okay, so 4 pumps was not too much. 4 pumps actually worked pretty good. So you want to get everywhere, under the eyes. You want to get into the hairline, guys. Do not neglect this space in your ears here, and do not neglect the area under your jaws. No mask, guys, no mask. Okay, so if you have spots in some places, like I do, you can always do a small, maybe half pump, and then go back in and bounce. Bounce, bounce. You guys remember that song by Bow Wow that came out like years and years ago? It was like, everybody just bounce with me, bounce with me. You remember that song? Makes me think of that every time I'm doing this. And I'm like thinking there could be other people out there like doing the same thing. I'm like, come on and bounce with me, bounce with me. The next thing you want to do, this is where we get into the fun part of contouring, guys. I use the Tarte Shape Tape. This is something that a lot of people on the internet and a lot of people in general have kind of been raving about and talking about its amazing powers for kind of sculpting and lightening the area, and it's also been touted for its amazing long wear formula. The one that I'm using today is called Light Neutral. Look how big this concealer wand is, you guys. Huge. So what you want to do with your concealer, it's usually a shade lighter than your normal skin tone. I literally almost got that in my eyeball. You guys see it? Oh my God. So don't go overzealous. You've heard people talk about the upside down triangle. This is what they're talking about, okay? You wanna get just the top of like the apple of your cheek, under the eye, and then like out. So it's gonna be more like this type of deal. Heard it referred to a Nike check or an upside down triangle, there it is. Okay, so after we do the under eyes, we go back in, we wanna do the bridge of the nose. We basically wanna spread this everywhere that we want to be highlighted or coming forward on the face. So down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow area, and chin. Yes, we look flipping crazy right now. Do we care? Not really. I like to just gently buff them in. You don't want them to disappear, guys. Don't be crazy and make them completely disappear, or you're like, okay, you applied that for nothing, cool. That's how you do it, all right, that works. So you wanna leave a little bit lighter than the foundation underneath, because remember, this is the area we want to look like it's coming forward in the face. We're gonna have areas we want to look recessed or kind of sunken in, and then we'll have areas that we wanna bring forward. We do the nose to make the nose look slimmer, by the way, guys. We just want that little snatched nose. Girl, nose jobs are like 10 to 15 grand starting. Okay, shape tape, way cheaper. Contouring, better idea. Okay, so we have the lighter areas mapped out. You guys have your swooshes in place. We want that swoosh in place. The next thing that we want to go in and do is the contour. The contour, I like to do in a cream first because we have a cream base on and we want to put a cream in with it so that we can kind of buff it, blend it out, and give it a shadow look instead of like a really harsh line or something really artificial looking. I'm gonna apply this with a Perfecting Concealer brush. Do not remember the brand, but that's what it looks like. And the palette that I'm using to do the contouring is the Makeup Forever Cream Camouflage Palette. These are numbers 21, 22, 16, 23, and 20 for your reference. And I like to blend these two, but today we're just gonna be going in with these again. You wanna do the lines down the side of the nose. I'm probably gonna look crazy, but you wanna do the lines there, and then you kinda wanna give an angle. You see that? So yeah, you wanna do the lines, you wanna sculpt the nose. We're gonna finish doing the cheeks next with the exact same shade. Everybody's face is different. Everybody's got their bone structure shifted a different way. Everybody's got their bony prominences that are, you know, either different depths or different heights. So what you have to do is you have to get to know your face. Sorry guys, you may think you know you. Time to get to really know you. So you've got bony prominences. You can feel temples where it kind of indents here and then it goes higher here. If you feel in your cheeks, you can kind of feel this area by your ear. If you kind of press here, you can feel where your cheekbone is, and you see it kind of left an indent. Like when I press and release, you see my indent. That tells you where your contour is gonna go, guys. A lot of people are like, I don't know where to put it, like height. Find the bone. So you find your bones, and then while you can see that line, you just wanna go in and contour. Now, keep in mind, I have a strict rule that I apply to contour because I don't think it's very attractive when the contour comes all the way into here and it like looks like that. You know what I mean? So I have a strict rule that I follow. I do not go in any farther than like, if I look directly at you, you see where the colored part of the eye is. I try not to come in any farther than that. Just a little tip. You guys don't have to follow it if you don't want to. And sometimes at nighttime, maybe you really just wanna make it really, girl, do your thing, you know? Find the other side by feeling, okay? And then we're just gonna apply right in by the ear, all the way in. With a little bit more on my brush. Okay, so we've got the contour where I like to place it on the cheeks. Now keep in mind, I am not doing a severe contour. This is very intimidating for a lot of people. So I wanna first kind of do a contour look that's like an everyday light contour so that everybody feels comfortable with it, because let's keep it real. Everybody can build up and add on more and add deeper colors. So we're just gonna keep it light, we're gonna keep it fresh, we're gonna keep it easy. Another place that a lot of people don't contour, that it's one of my kind of secret gems, is I like to come up under the lip. You see where the lip kind of overhangs? See it now? Makes that bottom lip look like it pops out a little bit more. Yes, girl. Another place that people like to kind of contour to do the forehead, I'm gonna do a little bit of it for you here. I'll use the light color and my beauty blender. I'm just gonna go in, and they kind of go in and blend. When you do the contour up here, you just kind of want to buff it in. So just kind of contour the forehead a little bit. So we kind of have that going on. And then one place a lot of people forget that I like to contour, this part of the jaw. So I'll tilt my head sideways and find the bones and just kind of, so that way your profile is a little more pronounced. But you want to like rub it in because you don't want it to be a beard. We got our jawline in check. Anybody else notice what we have to do next? Yes, we are blending this out. You are absolutely correct. So using that same side of our Still Moist Beauty Blender, we're just gonna blend into it. Kind of dispersing the color, giving it a little bit of gradient so that it goes a little lighter. Okay, you want that to be like that. Blend it and blend it and blend it. Now for the nose, you can do this. Rub up and down, and then go, just pull. Okay, so we have the basis for our contour in place, and this is a ton of steps, but girl, this is how it is done, I promise you. I like to go in with like a liquid type of highlighter, since obviously we're still working in liquid layers. Like, let's mix as much as we can and get this beautiful canvas down before we start applying powders and finishing the look. So I will be going in today with the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. This is an amazing custom cover drop. My girl Monique uses these all the time. It's part of the reason why I'm almost out. I give her flack all the time. She's like my best friend forever. And I'm just gonna go in with the top of this beauty blender, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down the nose with this and up the forehead. And then we're gonna go into that cheek area. This is where we're kind of starting to pull some things together here, guys. So when you highlight, you wanna go in this angle. Don't forget this occipital bone that's here. This is one of the biggest things that catches light when you're doing contours, is that occipital bone. Do not forget that guy. Also, another little secret, blend into the top arch of your eyebrow, because this is another area that is also going to be catching a lot of light. But you want to kind of do a C, or you want to do like a V, and then just kind of blend it in there. And we'll do the other side the same way. Okay, so we need a little bit more of our Cover FX drops. See how pretty that is, you guys? Ugh, the beaut. Dot the chin. Don't forget your Cupid's bow. And then we're just gonna blend everything. So after we get this look down, we're gonna go in with face powder over all of this to kind of even everything out and smooth it out for the powder application of products. Let's use today the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Tan. Amazing. I mean, it's got a little bit of sheen to the finish, which is what the Mineralized Skin Finish line is. And I'm gonna be applying with a MAC something 37. It's either 187 or 137. Usually people use liquid foundation with these brushes, but I find that the skin finish is magic with these. So I like to go in, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for wasting this much product, but girl, this is how I get down. I like to really saturate that brush, and then I go in and I kind of smooth everything out. Just go over everything with that skin finish. Beautiful circles. You want everything to kind of blend. Okay, we're gonna go in again. Now, you guys can use any type of powder for any of this, just like you can use any type of product for this. If you're looking for something that's kind of like this, you want something that has not a very matte on it, but not a shimmer either. You want it to look glowy. Anything really buttery, because this is like really buttery feeling. It's like so soft. I put it all over everything so that you can still see the highlight and everything else. See, you still have your maps for your contour in place, okay? Okay, you guys still have those, so don't worry, we're not covering up our work. We're just making sure it has under layers to make it pretty and fill in everything. So now it's time to go in with more of our powder products. So today what I'm going to be using for the powder stuff is I'm going to be trying this Cheekathon bronzer. I have not used it yet. I stuck my finger in this one because I just thought it looked really cool and I was like, oh, it looks cool, let me rub it. It looks promising, but today I'm going to be bronzing in with the color Hula, which is a permanent bronzer in their line. And the only brush I have down here right now that's like similar to a bronzer brush is gonna be this unicorn brush, the big one. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in Hula. Try to do this. I messed some stuff up, like I said. With the bronzer, you wanna go right where the contour is, maybe a little bit below, but you want to just kind of retouch those areas with a little bit of bronzer. Not contour powder, but bronzer, okay? Okay, so now we have a little bit of the bronze to the skin, all right? This is the hard part for a lot of people. We are gonna be going in with the physical contour shade now, and I just have to remind you, start with a light hand. If you start too heavy, you will look like you're wearing a beard. So for contouring, I think what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be going back in with the Hula, and I'm just gonna be using it really compact, and I'm gonna try contouring with this, girl. Okay, so I'm probably a little heavy-handed. That was probably a bit much, but since we're applying powder on powder now, we can go back in with our mineralized brush and diffuse it a little. All right, so yeah, you can contour with bronzer. Just try not to be too heavy-handed. We're gonna go lighter this time. Just wanna follow our little contour lines. Can come back here and go along the nose again. Touch, touch, touch. This Cheekathon blush is looking good so far. I'm a fan. So we're just going back over our contoured areas. Little by little. This is kind of to narrow the forehead and make it look a little, you know. The next thing I'm gonna be doing is I am gonna be going in with a new product. It just recently hit the market. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. So you'll notice we have 4 colors in here: Kitty Cat, Forever Young, Daydream, Forever Lit, Glow Getter, and 143. Today what we're gonna be going in and using is, let's see what colors our face looks. Let's go ahead and we'll go in with this Forever Young, which is in the middle here. Now here's another secret, guys. You guys learn all kinds of secrets from me. I don't use the traditional highlighter brushes or the highlighter fans because they don't make my highlight intense enough for me. I use this brush. It's by Sonia Kashuk from Target. And this little intense, dense brush this is the most amazing brush I think I've ever found in my life. And I should have bought a million of these when they had them out. It's so amazing. It applies so much highlighter in such an area so intensely. I am gonna show you guys. So I'm just gonna swirl in here. We've got a lot of product on here. We'll give it a tap, okay? We're gonna highlight those same areas that we had before with our highlighter. You just wanna go back in, do it with the highlighter here, okay? Same thing, guys. Highlight, 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 highlight. Get it done. Okay, guys, like we are like super glow right now. So, little word to the wise, sometimes when it gets super glowing and it's looking a little super powdery, I go in with this guy on the side and just kind of blend him out. And then I'll go in with the hands and do the same thing. So after we do the highlight and we get everything blended in, we have all our powder stuff in place, What we want to do next is we want to go in with blush. It's just going to kind of warm up the area, tie this color and this color together and kind of make it mesh a little bit better. So today I'm going to be using brand Flower. I found this at Walmart and I swear this blush is gorgeous. Do you guys see that? It like has a shimmer to it, like a sheen. This one is called Warm Hibiscus. We're gonna go in and apply this. I guess I'm gonna use this brush. This is the only other one I have down here. It's another unicorn brush. We just swirl it in there and then we wanna apply this just to that apple area, lightly, okay? Light apple area. So now we have a little bit of glow. Sometimes if you're heavy-handed like me and you always put too much product on your brush, this is like the struggle of my life, story of my life, it is what happens. Then all you really have to do is you just go back in with your original color of brush. I kind of wipe off extra product and then just blend it. Just get in there, girl, and blend it. And then you'll come out with a glow and a contour. Make sure you stay tuned. The next segment that I'm going to be doing is going to kind of be finishing up this look. We're going to be doing the eyeshadow portion, and then there will be a cut lip look, like very crisp lip. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you for being a part of the journey with me. I appreciate everybody so much. Your views, your support, your kind comments, they mean so much to me. So tune in with me next time. We're gonna get into doing eyebrows, how we figure out where they go, where the arches are, everything like that. And then we're also gonna do another eye look using some of my favorite products. So stay tuned, catch you next time, and as always, it's out.